How was the fraud committed? Causa, who pleaded guilty, was found to have used her position as payroll officer to siphon funds into 8 bank accounts used to purchase 44 real estate properties, several motor vehicles, jewellery and shares between July 2007 and July 2009. Ms. Causa has admitted to falsifying payroll records, transferring cash to her bank account. Until the full scale of the fraud was uncovered by auditors, Ms. Causa, who has worked at Clive Peters' Melbourne head office for 3 years, tried to cover up and then play down her role. She was able to transfer company money to her bank account and those of her company M&S Business Enterprises between November 2007 and June this year because she was a signatory to the company's account as a senior member of the finance team. Her theft was not immediately apparent because she attempted to cover her trail by changing financial records. In 2009, it was discovered that the Clive Peters payroll manager, Sonia Denise Causa, had defrauded the company by falsely inflating the company payroll expense and then using her company online banking access to transfer the difference between the actual and reported expense to bank accounts she controlled. Causa had stolen over Australian $20 million during the period November 2007 to June 2009 and used money to purchase 43 properties and 3 cars. The company took civil action to have Causa's assets transferred to Clive Peters. How was the fraud identified? The alarm was raised on the missing money on July 29 when one of her colleagues, another Clive Peters accountant, noticed a $2 million variation between 2 company ledgers. Only after further investigation by the auditors did the company discover there was a much larger hole. The company told the Australian Securities Exchange at the end of July that it had found an unexplained $7 million hole in its accounts. This later grew to $20 million. As a result of the fraud, what happened? The directors of white goods retailer Clive Peters have appointed McGrath Nicole as voluntary administrators. In a statement to the Australian Stock Exchange, the company's administrators say they are conducting an urgent appraisal of the company's affairs to see whether the business can be preserved or sold. It is hoped that the business can be stabilised and can continue to trade in one form or another beyond this administration, said Colin Nicole, one of the administrators appointed. Clive Peters shares ceased trading in the Australian Securities Exchange on Wednesday, 19 May 2010, after the company brought in McGrath Nicole as voluntary administrators to try and sell off the business.